Hey, Sophie, you forgot to take your umbrella. Apparently it's gonna rain this afternoon.
Tough luck. I'll use one of the leftover umbrellas at my company instead. Though I don't really want to use one of those tacky, cheap umbrellas people tend to use.
You seem to leave in a rush. Are you okay? Be careful not to fall over.
I was late dropping Matthew off at the nursery, so... Well, but I made it in time.
Good job.
I can't believe I slept overtime today. I'm sorry for leaving the house a mess, the dishes from breakfast and everything.
It's okay. I'll do the cleaning up today. I'm working from home today. I have time to do some extra chores.
It's honestly been really helpful that you've been working from home lately. Thanks so much for handling the chores. I just don't have enough time in the morning to do everything.
Working from home is also convenient for when Layla is sick and she can't go to nursery school. This way, there's no need for one of us to take a day off work to look after her. With that being said, it's still a bit tough working and taking care of Layla or Matthew at the same time.
I know. I'm really sorry about that. Thanks a lot for taking care of Matthew when he's unwell.
Well, it's doable. We'll make this work between the two of us, as usual.
Recently, you've also been doing most of the cleaning and the laundry. My favorite thing to come home to lately is the hot bath you prepare for me. I would hate to have to clean the bath after I go back home.
You still take Matthew to school every day and do most of the cooking. I think we've split out our chores pretty evenly, so don't worry about it.
You're so kind. I'm so grateful to you. Thank you so much.
It's okay. Financially, you earn more than me anyways, so I feel like I should compensate by trying my best to handle more chores. Otherwise, you might just decide to dump me one day.
I would never. I'd never dump you, whatever happens.
You think so? I guess I'm safe then.
Oh no. I have to go on a business trip from tomorrow.
Huh? So suddenly?
My colleague, who is supposed to go, he's caught the flu. So I have to fill in his shoes.
Oh no, that's unlucky. How long do you have to go?
About a week.
That's pretty long.
I should decline, right? It's impossible for me to leave you alone with Matthew for a week, isn't it?
A whole week looking after Matthew alone, huh? It'll be challenging, but I'll try my best. You go on your business trip.
Are you sure? You're going to be stuck with a grumpy 2-year-old for a whole week.
He sure is a grumpy little fellow.
He's been particularly grumpy recently, too.
They want you to fill your colleagues' shoes, right? That means they're counting on you. You should go.
Yeah, but...
Also, if you do well on this trip and your boss sees how good you are, he may give you a pay raise. More money for you is more money for the family. You do your best to do a good job. I'll ask my boss if he'll let me work from home while you're on your trip.
Would that be possible?
My boss is understanding of parents and having children, and so I think he'll allow me to do it.
Wow, your boss is so generous. I think I'd like to thank him with a little gift when I return from my business trip.
Then why don't you buy him a souvenir? I'll take it to the office.
Okay then, I'll go on this trip. But if anything happens, please ask my parents for support. I'll let them know of the situation beforehand.
Okay, you just focus on your work and do a good job, Sophie. A sudden business trip must be even more tough than looking after Matthew on your own. When you come home tonight, you should prepare for your trip and then go straight to bed. I'll do all the chores today.
All of it?
Yes, everything. I've actually already made dinner. I made your favorite, pork chops.
What? You even made me dinner? You used to say you sucked at cooking and you didn't want to cook.
I decided it was time to learn and to get over my fear of cooking. It'd be helpful to you if I could cook, right?
Why are you so kind and perfect, Tom? I get worried sometimes you're too nice.
Huh? Why?
Do you have anything that stresses you out? I get worried that you may be feeling tired or stressed, but you're just not telling me.
Stressed? No, I'm not stressed. I'm happy to be able to do things for you and Matthew. It brings me joy to help you out.
Wow, Tom, I really have to admire your mindset. I always get stressed out so easily. Our family functions all because of you and your mindset.
You think so? I'm glad you think so.
I'm going to do my best on my business trip. When I get back, let's go out to a nice restaurant or something. Or we can take Matthew to my parents' place so we can go on a short vacation together over the weekend. How about Disney World? You like Disney, right? I'll pay for everything.
Really? That'd be awesome!
After a week alone with Matthew, you'll be exhausted. Let's go to Disney World so we can have some one-on-one time and some fun together.
Awesome! I'm really looking forward to that. I'm super motivated now. You do your best too, Sophie.
Hey, Tom, how are you doing? I've texted you several times yesterday, but you haven't replied. What's going on?
I'm sorry. Matthew was sick, and I was busy taking care of him. I totally forgot to reply.
Oh, really? That must have been tough.
It was real tough.
I wonder if he caught something from someone at the nursery school. How high is his fever?
He's still pretty hot. This afternoon he was particularly feverish.
Oh, that's worrying. He isn't showing any symptoms of a seizure, is he?
He seems to be all right at the moment.
Please take him to the hospital. Well, I think the usual place should work best. My friend works there, so it's extra reliable, that place.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that before. That big hospital by the main road, right?
Yes, that's right. You know where we keep Matthew's patient registration card, right?
Yes. It's in the drawer of his bedroom, right?
Yes, please handle it for me. I'm so worried about him. It must be tough looking after him, even if you can work from home. Shall I come back home to help?
What about your work? It's nearly the end of your trip. You should see it through.
But you can't work when you have Matthew to look after. He's always so grumpy when he has a fever, too.
Don't worry about it. Your trip is almost over. I'll handle things until you get back. You can't just leave early from your trip, Sophie. If you do that, you'll never be trusted with an important project.
Well, I don't think that will happen.
It will! You took on this job, you should work on it until you complete the project. That's a golden rule.
Tom, you're acting very rigid and strict all of a sudden.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying what the right thing to do is. Anyway, there's no need for you to rush back early. I'll take Matthew to the hospital tomorrow.
Please, take him first thing in the morning. That hospital is super busy from noon. Please?
Sophie, please don't come back home yet.
Why not? My business trip was cut short because our client changed our plans. You saw what I messaged you earlier, right?
Yes, I did. Lucky you for finishing early, I guess.
Yeah, I was lucky.
The thing is, we aren't home. We're at the hospital, so please come straight here.
I know. You took Matthew to the hospital, right? But why do I need to go? I'm tired. Can't I rest at home?
Sophie, Matthew is in a serious condition. He was taken in an ambulance. It's serious, Sophie. Please hurry.
What do you mean?
This morning, Matthew was really limp and unresponsive to me calling him, so I called an ambulance. Our usual hospital came and took him in. He's receiving treatment right now. You've got to come. He's calling for you.
What the heck? Why would I go? No way.
Huh? What do you mean, no way? Don't you care about our son? You're his mother, Sophie.
You say he was taken in an ambulance. You're lying to me, aren't you?
I'm not lying. I'm serious. Why would I lie about something like this?
Yeah, right. Why would you have to lie about this, I wonder? I think you're lying to protect yourself.
Protect myself?
Why don't you want me to go back home?
What are you on about?
You were taken by surprise because I'm coming back home earlier than you expected. I'm actually already in front of our apartment.
What? Already?
I wonder what I'm gonna find. What did you want to hide from me by lying to me like this? I have an idea or two what this is about.
What are you saying? You're talking nonsense.
I know about all of your lies, Tom. You just came up with this idea to tell me Matthew has been hospitalized. Couldn't you come up with something at least more believable?
I'm not lying.
I was actually texting a friend of mine from our neighborhood earlier. She said she saw you and Matthew near our apartment this morning. I suppose this is when you were on your way to the hospital? She told me that Matthew said hello to her, all bright and cheerful. Quite different from what you told me just a moment ago.
Shit!
Unfortunately, it's true. I've also heard something else from this friend of mine. What do you think it is?
What is it?
I'll tell you the rest after I go in the house.
Wait! Don't go inside! I beg you!
I already opened the door. Drum roll, please.
What's happening? What's the situation? Come on, answer me!
It's all finished.
Finished? What is?
My marriage. To you. I just entered our bedroom and a young lady is sleeping half naked in our bed. I woke her up and she confessed that she's been having an affair with you.
Shit! I texted her so many times that my wife would be coming back early. Why didn't she leave?
It doesn't seem like she ignored you on purpose. Seems like her phone ran out of battery.
Sophie, let's talk this through.
I've already talked to your lover. I'm done here. I've got most of the picture sussed out now.
Let me explain with my own words.
I don't think that's necessary. You let your lover inside the house. Our house. And you got her to help you with the chores and taking care of Matthew.
She only helped out a little bit.
You also slept with her. I got a lot of info out of her. I heard it's been over a year since you began seeing her. Every time you worked from home, you were spending time with her at the house.
Not every time.
I thought you'd done all the cleaning and laundry and everything, but no, you just got her to do everything. You fooled me there. I believed that you were such a good husband, and yet you were made up of lies.
You're exaggerating. I did some of the work too, but I'm sorry for lying to you. I apologize for that. I'm sorry.
It's also a lie that Matthew is hospitalized, isn't it?
Yeah. I just didn't want you to come back home. I didn't think you'd come back while I took Matthew to the hospital.
Yeah, well, I came back now deliberately. I wanted to come back while your lover was here alone. I knew you wouldn't take her to the hospital with you. I'd told you that my friend works there.
But how did you notice that I was having an affair? The neighbors told you, right?
First of all, you were acting really strange yesterday. You insisted on me not coming back.
Was I acting that weird?
You were always soft-spoken, so I found it out of character. You were shaky just from me mentioning the possibility of returning early. I thought it was weird, then my neighbor texted me. She asked me if I'd changed my hairstyle.
Hairstyle?
It seems like she spotted your lover entering the apartment with you. She thought it was me. That's when it all clicked, that you were cheating on me. I had our next-door neighbor look at our balcony. She noticed that there were women's underwear hung up, out to dry. That's when I knew for sure.
So that's how you knew. I guess you never know who's watching you. Shit! I screwed up big time.
You really are an asshole. I can't believe you cheated on me. That's disgusting.
I'm sorry, Sophie.
You shouldn't have forgotten how many friends I have around in the neighborhood. I know loads of people around our place. Lies always fall apart anyways.
I'm really sorry, Sophie. It was just a little mistake I made, cheating on you.
A little mistake? Kiss my ass. Don't you call it a little mistake. I'm filing for a divorce. And I'm going to file for you to pay me consolation money.
Please don't divorce me. I really am sorry. I swear.
And I'm going to take Matthew with me. I'm filing for consolation money from both you and compensation from that lover of yours. She's on her knees begging in front of me right now. You better know what's coming for you, Tom. I am never going to forgive you.
I'll do anything for your forgiveness. Don't dump me. I can't live without you and Matthew.
I said I'd never dump you, but I take back my own words. Goodbye, Tom. After Tom came back, he apologized to me repeatedly while he wept like a baby. I ignored his apology and his pleas and took Matthew with me to my parents' house. When my father heard what had happened, he flew into a rage. He helped me arrange a lawyer and I filed a divorce lawsuit. In the end, I was granted consolation fees from both Tom and his lover. I was also granted sole custody of Matthew. His lover is still in her early 20s. Since she claimed to have no money, I agreed to let her pay me by installments. Don't you think that's generous of me? His lover now pays me $1,500 a month. Apparently, she started working nighttime jobs to make ends meet, but that's none of my concern. Tom has also started a second job to pay for Matthew's child support. I heard that he began drinking heavily after not being able to accept being abandoned by his wife and child. Still, I feel no pity for Tom. I will look after Matthew on my own, as a single parent. I will never rely on a man for anything, ever again. Whatever happens, I will raise Matthew by myself.